Okay, perfect. So should be, yes, all right, we are recording. Let me put this in presentation mode. Sam is screaming. Maybe, it just says loading. All right. So, okay, if you guys also, can you make sure that you guys are muted? Just, and if you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself and come on. But we'll just get started. So I have been getting a lot of questions. You know, I know in our team page and my trainings, I talk a lot about talking about coaching, right? Like we share our personal health and fitness journeys online, but we're not sharing really the coaching side of things. So, you know, I talk to coaches about this all the time, and then we look at pages and, you know, coaches are like, it's really hard. How do I talk about coaching if I'm not a six-figure earner? How do I talk about coaching if I haven't left a full-time job? You know, if I haven't made it as a top coach, like what am I saying? So before we kind of get into this, I also want to say, and I say it all the time, but you've got to fake it till you make it. And that doesn't mean lying. It means being confident in this business opportunity. It means believing that those big goals that you have are going to happen and that you have the tools to help other people hit those same goals. If you do not believe that, if you do not believe that coaching is going to work for you or that it's going to work for the coaches you bring on, then it's going to be really hard to talk about coaching. And you're right, it probably won't work for you. So this fake it till you make it mentality that I've had since the beginning has really just been about showing people what's possible, even if I don't have that quite yet. So this comes from a book that I'm reading all about telling your stories. And he said, you know, brands are built around stories. Stories of identity, who we are, where we've come from, are the most effective stories of all. And I know we've done trainings talking about stories, and I harp on it so much, like tell your story, tell your story, tell your story. And that's because that is truly what changed my business, was telling my story. And so telling your story, not only in the terms of your health and fitness, but also in terms of your business and what you want for your business, will help you connect with others who want the same thing. So this is just a quick slide with some examples, but then we're actually going to get into, you know, actually showing you ones that reflect these. So, you know, what are your stories if you're not a six-figure earner? What questions do you want to ask yourself? So the first one I always tell coaches ask themselves is, why did you start coaching? Why did you sign up with me, sign up with Dara, sign up with whoever your coach is? Why did you start coaching? Was it for financial freedom? Did you start coaching to hold yourself accountable? Did you start coaching because you had lost yourself in motherhood? Reconnect with why you started coaching. And then if you've been doing this for a while, think about why you're coaching now. So when I started, I was lost in anxiety and depression, and I didn't really have anything for myself. So that was really my first story. I hated my corporate job. And then it came down to the believing, wow, maybe I can leave this corporate job and stay home with my future kids. I knew I always wanted to stay home and I didn't know how. So then that became my story. Now, you know, my most recent post that I'll share is talking about how coaching has truly become my passion. Like I wake up every morning and it's the first thing I think about when I wake up, and it's all that I want to do after Sam goes to bed. And finding something that you love that much, that makes you that happy, how could I not want to share that with people? You know, my stories also evolved financially. You know, at first it was leaving the corporate job. It was making enough money to stay home with Sam. Now it is in 3 years when we leave France, retiring David, and paying for a house outright, right? That to me sounded crazy, but that's because my belief wasn't big enough. And now I see the possibilities. So again, it's about believing in your why, knowing what you want, and knowing what you can have. And then sharing that. When I first started sharing that big, like retire my husband, have no debt story in my Coach Sneak Peek, I had people coming back to me and being like, oh my gosh, I want to retire my husband. And I had thought that would sound crazy, that would sound like people couldn't relate to that. And people did. So don't be afraid to tell those big stories and big goals. What have you gained from coaching? So this is not about financial gains. Do you get off team calls or success squad goal calls or success partner calls and feel energized? For me, I worked in a corporate environment I was an engineer, so it was mostly males, and the females that were there were very competitive with one another. Now, we as coaches support each other 100%, right? It's not a competition. It literally is about supporting one another and helping each other grow. And so when I get off those team calls or got off calls with my success partner, I would post about them. And that's talking about the business. That's sharing part of the business. And you never know who that is going to, who's going to relate to that. Personal development. I did not read personal development prior to coaching. I was, again, lost in anxiety and depression. Personal development has changed my life. When you're reading personal development, I am like underlining books all the time. Personal development is a constant source of new posts for you. And, you don't have to specifically say coaching in it, right? But how is personal development bettering you as a person? And share that with people, inspire people. And, saying that coaching, brought this into your life, changed you in this way. Again, it is showing people that, I've had posts like, drinking my shake and reading my personal development and like, I get paid for this, right? And again, it's not about the amount I get paid, but the fact that my job asks me to better myself, not only physically, but mentally, right? So show people that mental side of coaching and how it can better them. And then, for me, what have I gained from coaching? When I think of Sam growing up and watching me, work this business, I'm proud to show him the example that I'm setting, that he can build his own business, that he can do whatever he wants, So just think about these different things that you've gained that make you happy, that keep you coaching. Why do you stay in coaching? What do you like about it? Those are the things you want to share. And then again, what are your big goals? Put those big goals out there, share them with people, talk about why you work so hard. So I literally just posted this the other night. I do not talk about income in this post. I talk about regaining my passion for work. I talk about I had the big fancy corporate engineering job. And this post isn't about retiring from my corporate engineering job, right? But it's about saying I had all these things from the outside that people thought they wanted, because I instantly discovered a community of women supporting one another, right? Because I took this leap of faith into coaching, I realized that it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the material things, but it was about focusing on my passion and pouring into others, right? So again, this is not about retiring from my corporate job. I could still have my corporate engineering job and post about this, right? Post about me disconnecting from the financial gains and reconnecting with my passion and what truly made me happy. So that is, just an example. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Can you guys make sure you're muted? Sorry. So that is just an example of regaining my passion and not talking about finances. So what are you passionate about? Why did you start coaching?
No, I'm trying to
become an example for your children, right? So, and you know what? You may not even have kids right now, but it can be becoming an example. I know a coach on the team did for her niece, and she did it in terms of health and fitness and just showing, what a healthy mom looks like, or not healthy mom, a healthy woman who believes in herself. And it's not about, all of the not financial, the fitness side and just looking skinny, right? It's about having confidence in yourself. But, that's something you can also talk about on the coach side. So, in Sarah's post, it was just about being that example for kids to look up to. And she talks a lot about Maddie in it. I hope she's confident, outspoken, fights for what she wants, right? That is about her hopes and dreams for her child. She's not saying coach, right? But she's saying it makes me fulfilled. She's seeing me chase my dreams, right? This is an opportunity that's awakened a passion again. So she's also talking about her passion, right? So this doesn't necessarily, Sarah could still be working full time and post this picture of her and Maddie, right? She could still, be in that corporate world, but Maddie's watching her and here are her hopes and dreams for her. And now, Sarah's found her passion. So I think that is, thankful to have something that fulfills me and provides for our family financially. Again, putting a sentence like provides for our family financially, you guys, you could sell one challenge pack a month and you're still providing for your family financially. That is part of the fake it till you make it. That is part of having other women see you do this and saying, I want that for my family. It's about showing them what is possible and it's showing them what you're working towards without, putting a dollar sign on it. So this was one of Whitney's posts. So this is about the vision for your future, right? What are your big dreams? So when this is your Monday morning view, take a second to say a prayer, soak up every second, and just share how you got to this point with others, right? So she is literally saying I am home with my baby and I have to tell you guys how I did it. I have to pass this on. For months I watched others who took the leap of faith to try this journey day in, day out. All I can think about was how perfect that job would be, how it was everything I wanted. So she's also going back to before she signed up as a coach. So these are things that other people, again, you want to connect with people. There are people watching you who are wondering the same things, okay, so this person signed up and this person signed up. Can I do this? Is it what I want? So connect with them on that level. Had I not said yes, had I not taken this chance, my Monday morning would have looked a lot different. Again, Whitney is not saying she did not leave a full-time corporate job. But I think it's really important that, maybe this isn't your Monday morning view. Maybe this is your Sunday morning view. And then you say, but this is the vision. This is what I'm working towards. So that tomorrow morning, my Monday morning looks just like my Sunday morning, right? So if you're not there yet, but what the vision is for your future, share that and talk about it as if it's happening, right? Because every day I think, what if I would have chosen this path? Leave people wondering that. What if they choose this path? What if you hadn't have chosen this path? You may still be in your full-time corporate job and not home with your babies, or you're home with your babies but not making six figures yet, but you're on your way. So you're working towards that future that you want, while these other, moms, women are sitting, at home scrolling Facebook, asking themselves that question. Well, what if? Should I do this? Could I do this? And you then are showing them that, yes, you can. And here's what it's doing for my family. And it doesn't have to do anything with money, right? You don't need to be making money to do a post like this. And hopefully you guys are making money. Hopefully you're hitting Success Club and making money. But in terms of, a lot of people say I'm not making six figures. So this is one of Melissa's posts. And I just love this because this is her story of personal growth. And this is truly being vulnerable. Melissa was super, super vulnerable in this post. And in the end, she ends it by saying these past 2 years have been the biggest growth year of my life, right? And so she talks about her husband, but then working on myself daily has allowed me to have vision for the first time, has allowed me to believe in myself more than ever, and has shown me nothing is a coincidence, right? I found my passion, which is pouring into other moms like me. So she talks about, this business, this isn't about finances. This is about becoming a better person, becoming the person she wanted to become, finally feeling comfortable with herself, with her story, knowing that her story is what connects with other women. So again, it goes back to find your story, know what Beachbody has done for you, and find how that can connect to other women. Your story is so powerful. And the personal development part of it is so powerful. So don't be afraid to tell that and then connect that to coaching. I think we tell our personal development part and we forget to connect it to coaching. Share your goals for the future again. So I love this. This is like short, sweet, right? So Melissa's was long. This is my story. Courtney just kind of put it out there, right? Sometimes short and sweet can be good too. What if every day were Friday, right? I think it should feel that way. Yet another reason I'm working hard to create the life I want. So I don't have to drag through my weeks and every day can be Friday, right? It just puts it out there that every day can be your Friday, right? And that's what Courtney's working towards. So for me, I did one, it was a Thursday night, and I had me sitting beside my pool with a glass of wine. And it was just like, cheers to Thursdays being my Friday, right? And so I try on every Friday, that is like me and Sam day. And Friday is a slow day in Beachbody because people aren't purchasing, they're preparing for the weekend. So I make Friday me and Sam day. And I talk about that a lot. Once again, it's about the freedom. And so maybe you're not there yet, right? Maybe you are going to work, but you want your Friday to be, your Friday or whatever. This is just a good, easy post talking about, I'm creating the life I want. And it's so, I can make every day feel like Friday. So I love this. It's just easy. You don't have to think about it too much. Brag on your team. So I know a lot of us are like, oh my gosh, like I'm looking for those business building coaches, or I don't have them yet. You guys, this is also like a fake it till you make it thing. So Chelsea, logged into my online office. All 2 of my coaches have helped 2 more mamas become coaches and start shaping their futures. So that's incredible. That is, she has business building coaches who are really working to build this business. When you guys have a coach who sells a challenge pack, brag on them. If they sign up a discount coach, brag on them. If you have someone who just signs up as a discount coach, brag about that. Say, I just had a new, boss babe or mom boss or whatever your tagline is, join my team. And I'm super, super excited. Guys, fake it till you make it. They don't have to be business building coaches, but you are putting out there that you're growing a team, which you are. By signing discount coaches, that coach is helping you get one step closer to diamond. So have the confidence to brag on your team. Brag on a new coach joining. Brag on a coach selling a challenge pack. Your coach's success makes you seem more successful, right? So, that is huge in the eyes of those who have been watching you and saying, well, why would I join Chelsea? Well, you join Chelsea because she has coaches who are having success, right? So those are really big, big things. Brag on your team. Talk income without numbers. So it is not a bad thing to talk income. It's great. People want to know about income, right? And so Alyssa just starts it outright. One of the many reasons I joined this business was to build financial freedom, right? And she goes into her story a little bit. What does financial freedom look like for her? What does that all mean? And I love it. Just so you know, you can't just buy Lily dresses whenever you want. Kind of cute, funny things. Alyssa's always dressed she's super cute and preppy and loves her Lily dresses. So it also goes back to her brand, which I love. And then she talks about her first few months of coaching. Alyssa has only been coaching for 3 months. That's it. So she says, during my first month of coaching, I earned enough to pay for electricity, water, cable, internet. Second month, pay for all those bills plus a student loan payment and a car payment. Third month, question mark, right? Can't wait to share with you guys the next milestone I hit. But those things mean something to people. It doesn't have to have a dollar sign attached to it, right? Plus a student loan payment and a car payment. No one knows. She might have, $100 car payment. She might have an $800 car payment. You don't know. But what those things do, they're very relatable. Everyone has electricity bill. Everyone has a water bill. No one really wants to pay those bills, right? We want to use our money for fun. So this frees up other money and it puts it in a context people can understand. So again, it's a really easy way to just talk about income without numbers. It's easy. So again, if you sell one challenge pack, it's back to school time. How many people are out there buying school supplies for their kids? Little things like that connect with people. Like, it's just nice. And, with the holidays coming, another great thing to be like, is to talk about how this coaching business is allowing you to pay for Christmas and not put things on credit cards, or pay off your credit cards in full, not letting the holidays put you in debt. And that is really relatable and people love that, right? And so, that's a great call to coaching. Like, it's August. We're getting close to the holidays, especially like September. That's a great September call to coaching post. Like, oh my gosh, guys, how are we back in school, getting ready for fall? Like, the holidays are going to be here before we know it. And I'm looking for moms who maybe are just looking for a way to make sure their Christmas is paid for. Join me, build a business these next 3 to 4 months and, make that money to pay for your holidays. Those are always kind of good posts that get people's attention. Share about your team. So we talked about this, right? But ready to take on my mom boss meeting tonight. Fuels my soul when I can work with other amazing coaches and gain knowledge from them. Plus, momming during our meetings is totally normal, right? So that goes back to her brand, her mom brand. But it's again, you are on a team. You are not in this business alone. So talk about your team. Talk about the incredible women that you get to work with every day. I would have killed for that. When I was an engineer working in an office in Excel sheets 8 hours a day, seeing a post like this would mean something to me. I wanted to be the mom working from home with my baby, but also like killing it with other mom bosses, and share that. Share the pros of working from home, but not being isolated. I need to do a post about, moving to France. I've gotten some people who are like, are you really okay? I am like more than okay, because I literally have spent the last 4 hours talking to you guys, talking to coaches, talking about their goals. I'm not isolated in the least bit. I choose when I want to go do things, and explore France. And other times I'm at home building my business for me and my family, and I get to make that choice. And that's pretty incredible. So share about your team, share about calls, So what if you don't have a team beneath you? You're on this team, you're right? And we're all on this call together. Hopefully you have a success partner, a success squad. You're talking to other people, even if it's just a chat during the day, being like, oh, I was totally dragging during work today, and I got on with, my other fellow mom bosses, boss babes, whatever, and just totally rejuvenated me and got me, excited to finish the day or whatever. But talking about how you're connecting with other women and how that's improving your life is something that a lot of people want. I talk a lot about the competitiveness that women have, and that this business is so the opposite. And so many women relate to that. Like, women empowering women is huge, huge. And if you guys, I always just Google Google image search or Pinterest, like quotes that I'm looking for. So if there's like a theme for my photo, I'll just search like fear quotes, entrepreneur quotes, women supporting women quotes. And then those help give me ideas. And sometimes I start my post with them, sometimes I don't, but they at least give me ideas and kind of that jumping point to use in my post and to make sure I'm keeping that really inspirational voice in my post. So share the coaching lifestyle. So like, I love this one from Emily. Some days your most important business meetings take place in your car, right? There's like, short, sweet, like boss babe, building an empire. I love it. Dog mom boss. Like it's awesome. And the flexibility that this job provides is incredible. So it kind of goes back to what I was saying, like living in France and all of that. Like, I love the flexibility of this job. And so my flexibility looks different than your flexibility. Emily has a PhD and is like an incredible, like, boss babe. Like, she's insane. It's unbelievable that she has built her business while finishing school and working. And so her building an empire looks different than my building an empire, but who she's trying to connect with is different too. So what is it about the flexibility of this business that you love, right? What is it that attracted you to this business model? And then, Monet, again, Monet's a new coach. I think this is Monet's second month, but she's like killing it. She's already Emerald, hitting success starters. So my little baby boss helping get the mail out, mompreneur, mom boss, baby boss, nap time hustle, right? So again, it is about showing, hey, like this is my baby boss. I am a mom boss. I am building a business, getting the mail out, sending out things to my challengers, building a business. Like she is showing how her and her baby are building a business together. So share that coaching lifestyle with people. And again, it doesn't have to come down to money. You can be working in the park. You can be working by your pool. All of the things that go along with a coaching lifestyle and that flexibility are wonderful things that people really want. And so even if you're working a full-time corporate job, you can show the flexibility that it allows you, on other days or that you're working towards. And then I think this is the last one, but share your successes. So if you guys hit success starters, share that. Paige had a call from corporate, and I have chills and tears in my eyes and joys of gratitude, right? Tears in my eyes of joy and gratitude. Sitting here feeding Eloise, I just got a phone call from Beachbody telling you how excited they are, right? So look at her. She's feeding a baby. There's nothing posed about this. There's nothing perfect about it. It is showing emotion on her face, and it's talking about her successes. Maybe your success isn't Beachbody corporate calling you. Maybe it is finding your first customer. Maybe it is connecting with another mom who said, oh my gosh, another woman who said, I lost 3 pounds. So share your successes, share your challenger's successes, but show the joy that you find in this business. Again, it can be customers, it can be signing new coaches, it can be your challenger successes, your coach's successes, all of those, but share them. I love that I set high goals for myself. I push hard to achieve them. Whether you want to join me in coaching or start working out, you can do this. So again, it's just putting that idea out there. And she's saying like, I'm doing this. I'm building a successful business. And this makes her look more successful, right? And Paige is having great success. But I think it's important that, again, this is showing her having a call with corporate. I would think Paige was a top coach in the entire company. And, Alyssa, I just got off a phone call with Alyssa today. And Alyssa said she was talking to someone thinking about coaching who was like, I'm just scared. Like, you've been so successful. How can I do that? Is that possible? Alyssa's been coaching for 3 months, guys. And Alyssa was like, I am not that successful, right? I think that's what we all think about ourselves is, oh my gosh, like I'm not that successful. Like, don't think that. But obviously Alyssa has been putting it out there that she is successful. She's finding customers. She has confidence in her coaching abilities. She has confidence that she will be a diamond coach, that she will help others become diamond coaches, and that she is going to be successful and hit her goals. So, sharing these successes just adds to that fake it till you make it. Celebrate everything, because that's what people on the outside want to see. It's not just about the workouts. They've seen you work out. They want to know that you're actually a successful coach, that you're building a successful business. Oh, these are template slides. So that is, let me stop sharing this. And then you guys are welcome to unmute yourself. And I know none of that is like mind-boggling, right? You've probably heard a lot of these things before. But I think it's about shifting your mindset and knowing no matter where you are in your business, these are all posts that you can do. Month 1 of your business, you can be talking about the discount coach you signed up. You can be talking about the money, the income that you made. You can be talking about working from home with kids or the lifestyle that it's going to afford you. It's about having the vision and being really clear on what your vision is and what your goals are. So I think it's also, as much as we talk about creating your worry web and your stories from your worry web, you also need to have your vision written down, right? If you guys don't have your vision board with your goals for this coming year and even further, you know, again, my goals are for 3 years from now, retiring David, buying our house in cash, like 3 years from now. If you guys don't have those big goals, then how can you expect that people are going to join you to have those big goals, right? This business changed for me when I started talking more about coaching, sharing my vision, and just truly believing that like when I started, I thought Emerald was hard. I did. I thought Emerald was hard. And it took me 3 months to get to Emerald. Now I have coaches join. I'm like, we're going to get to Emerald in 30 days, right? Because it's not hard. But that was a mindset shift. And so when, you know, I have my coaches sign on, it's about, guys, it's not hard. We can do this. Here's how we're going to do it. And we have a plan in place. And that's what you kind of want to show your coaches just in your potential coaches in your post. Here's how I'm working every day to get to where I'm going to go. And then have those goals set out for you so that they're much easier to talk about. But to me, you need to have them in front of you, because in the middle of the month, when you're frustrated that you're not hitting Success Club and you feel like you can never make this business work, it's a lot harder to talk about the business if you don't have those goals in front of you and you don't believe it. So what questions do you guys have? Or suggestions? Any like good posts that you guys have done that have helped you, you know, garner interest from people?
It's funny. I was just talking to Chelsea about this. That post that you showed of me with my husband and my kids. I had a girl who's been like literally ignoring me, hasn't been messaging me back, and was super excited when I messaged her, and then like ghosted me. But she joined my sneak peek from that post and still hasn't messaged me back.
But she's watching, and that's amazing that she like joined the sneak peek, because now she's gonna have all the info. So she's just one of those people who's like waiting for that kind of right, perfect moment. Yeah, no, that post was good. All right, guys. Any other questions about anything? I know for my team, I have my next challenge group starting on the 21st, next Monday. So this is a great week. Invites, really pushing your invites. My coach sneak peek is running right now. If you guys have UK interest, I'm going to do another live video just with more information for UK coaches in that sneak peek. And then, you know, hopefully get them kind of on a list and ready to sign up. But if you guys have UK coaches, I am going to do an extra video for them so you can add them to the sneak peek. But yeah, I think that's it. Challenge group, sneak peek. That's it. And my challenge groups are every 2 weeks, guys. So if I have one now on the 21st, 2 weeks later, I'll be starting another one. All right. Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, that was good. Yay, we kept our time limit. All right, guys. Have a good night. Or day. It's night for me. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.